So hello everyone, in today's video we will make three type of solution: true solution, suspension and collider, and we will compare the properties of all three solutions. The first one is true solution. This is a solution in which the particle size of solute are very small. This solution you can prepare by dissolving some amount of salt in water. So in the first conical flask, I will prepare a true solution of common salt, that is NaCl plus water. Collider solution have the particle size range between 1 to 100 nanometer. It can be easily prepared by dissolving starch solution into water. So in the second conical flask, I will make the solution of collider solution, that is starch plus water. At the last, the suspension is the type of solution in which the particle of solute is very big. It is bigger than 100 nanometer. This type of solution you can prepare by dissolving the large size particle like soil in water. So in the third conical flask, I will prepare suspension solution of soil and water.
For the preparation of true solution, we required a clean conical flask. Then with the help of a beaker, you can add some amount of water in a conical flask. After that, you have to add some amount of salt. You can take a random amount of common salt. After putting the salt, you have to stir it for few seconds to make the clear solution. The saturated solution of sodium chloride and water is also called as brine solution. For the preparation of collider solution, again you have to take some amount of water in the conical flask. As the solute of the colloidal solution, you have to take some amount of corn flour and mix the conical flask gently to make collider solution. The collider solution of cornstarch and water is ready. For making the third solution, that is suspension solution, again you need a conical flask, add some amount of water in it. Then you have to pick a solute which is not mixable with the water easily and the particle should be greater. Here I am taking some amount of soil sample from a garden that is dry. Mix it gently and keep it aside to observe the various properties of all these solution. Now the suspension solution of soil and water is also ready. Now we will compare some of the important property among these solutions. The first property is we will check the transparency of all these solution. As the first is the true solution, that is looking very clear, so it is transparent in nature. Collider solution do not allow to see the objects clearly. It is almost translucent. The suspension solution also not allow to see the objects clearly. It is opaque in nature. Now the second property is diffusion, which is according to the particle size of the solute. As we know that the solute particle size after the diffusion in the true solution is below 1 nanometer, it is not visible clearly. It is because the diffusion is maximum in the true solution. In the collider solution, the particle size of solute is near about 1 to 100 nanometer. The solute particles are not able to diffuse properly, so it is moderately diffused. As the particles of solute in the suspension solution is maximum in the size, as it is clear that the particles of suspension solution is already settled down, suspension solution have the least diffusion. Now the filtration and the separation of the solute with the help of a paper filtration technique. It requires tripod stand, conical flask, funnel and a filter paper. To use the paper filtration technique, you have to fold the paper like this and make it like a cone. We will check two things, whether the solution will pass through the filter paper or not, and second thing is, can we able to separate the solute particles through the paper filtration. Now it's time to check the property among the solutions. Firstly, I am passing the true solution that we have prepared earlier through the paper filtration. Please check the observation very carefully. You have to check the residue in the funnel and filtrate in the conical flask. Depend upon the size of the pore of the filter paper, the rate of filtration is different in different solution. As it is clearly visible that there is no residue found if you pass a true solution from the paper filtration. The particle size of the solute after mixing in the true solution is very small, so it is not be filtrable with the help of paper filtration technique. There is no residue left. As a filtrate, you will get salt solution. Now it's time to pass the colloidal solution through paper filtration. As it is clearly seen that the filtrate is very clear, it is transparent. But what about residue? Can you able to separate the particles of colloidal solution through paper filtration? It is clearly visible that the particles of solute is separated out. Now it's time to check the filtration capacity of suspension solution. Pour the solution through the filter paper and wait for few seconds and observe. The filter paper is able to separate the solute particles of suspension solution, and you can clearly see that the separation of water as a filtrate. Now it's time to check the stability and precipitation of the solute of all these solutions. True solution are maximum stable. Even after keeping for the longer period of time, there is no precipitation is seen. The colloidal solution is less stable as compared to the true solution, as after some interval of time there will be precipitation and the formation of layer. Suspension solutions are least stable as the precipitation is maximum and the fastest in the suspension solution. Now it's time to check the Tyndall effect or scattering of light among all these solutions. If the beam of light is passing through the true solution, the Tyndall effect is not visible as the particles of the solute is very small, so the scattering of light is not occur. But if the beam of light is passing through the colloidal solution, scattering of light is occur and Tyndall effect is observed. Tyndall effect is also visible in the suspension solution because the particles are greater and the scattering of light will be occur. Generally, the Tyndall effect is dependent upon the particle size of the solute. If the particles of solute are visible through the light or the path of light is visible, in that case the Tyndall effect is observed.
I hope you have wonderfully understood the concept. For more videos, please subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.